Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel to make some cookie bears. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to crochet these super cute and cozy fall plush keychains. They are wearing little scarves and they're just perfect for this season and the vibe. The best thing is that they are very easy and beginner friendly with minimal sewing required. You just have to sew the ears and that's it. For the sewing part, of course, you can use them as keychains, clip them onto your bag, or just keep it as a seasonal item that you made for yourself. You can also make one and give it to your friends or family members. I believe they're gonna love it so much. So without further ado, let's get started. These are the materials you're gonna need. These are the crochet abbreviations, which are in US terminology. So this is the yarn that I used for the bears that you saw in the previous clip or in the thumbnail of this video. It is a thin chenille yarn which is suitable with a 3 or 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. And you can find the link to these yarns in the description box. For this video, I'm gonna use this milk cotton yarn so that you can see the stitches more clearly, and I'm gonna use a 3 millimeter hook as well. We're gonna start with the magic ring. Wrap your yarn around the two finger to get the X at the bottom and two loops at the top. Bring the back loop through the front loop and make a chain. This is how I make the magic ring. And for the round one, we're gonna make 8 single crochets into the magic ring. After 8 single crochets, pull the yarn tail to close the magic ring. And in the last stitch, we're gonna place a stitch marker. Now we're gonna move to round 2. Insert your hook into the very first stitch of the first round that we did. And then make 1 single crochet into that stitch. After that, make 1 more single crochet in the next stitch and 1 more in the next stitch. So we have made a total of 3 single crochets, and after that, in the next stitch, we're gonna make an increase. To make an increase, make 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And then we're gonna make 3 single crochets again. After 3 single crochet, make an increase in the last stitch that we marked with the stitch marker. So this is the end of round 2. Place the stitch marker again in the last stitch. Now we're gonna do round 3, which is very simple. You just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 10 single crochet in this round. When you're finished with round 3, we have to make 3 more rounds like this, round 4, 5, and 6, by making 1 single crochet into each. You will have 10 single crochet in each round. So now I have finished up to round 6, and you can count the rounds again to check whether you have 6 rounds or not. I'm gonna cut the yarn tail from the magic ring in the center. And then we're gonna close this hand by crocheting into the opposite stitches together. You don't need to stop the hand. So to close the hand, first go into the next stitch. And then go into the stitch which is directly opposite from this stitch, so that the hook is inserted horizontally like so into both stitches. Now bring the yarn through these both stitches and make 1 single crochet. So that's it, that's how you close a hand. Go into the next stitch and into the opposite stitch and make one single crochet again by going through both of these stitches. That way we're gonna close the hand until the end, until it is closed, and you're gonna get 4 single crochets from this. When you're finished, cut the yarn and make another hand just like this one. Now we're gonna do the leg. You have to start with the magic ring again. And for the round one of the leg, you have to make 8 single crochets again into the magic ring. When you're finished, pull the yarn tightly to close the magic ring and mark the last stitch with a stitch marker. Now we're gonna make round 2. For the round 2, you have to make an increase into all the stitches. So you have to make a total of 8 increases. So we have finished round 2 and this is how it looks like. Now we're gonna make round 3. Round 3 is very simple. You just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch. So there will be 16 single crochet for round 3. This is how it looks like after round 3. We're gonna cut the yarn tail from magic ring and also cut the yarn from the yarn ball to make a second leg, another leg like this, and after the second leg, do not cut the yarn because we're connecting these 2 legs to continue to the body. Now I have finished making the second leg and we're gonna connect it to the first leg. And first we're gonna mark a connecting point on the first leg, which is the third stitch counting from the last stitch of the first leg. This is the last stitch, so this is the third stitch we're gonna be connecting into. So grab the yarn from the second leg and go into that third stitch from the first leg inside your hook and make 1 single crochet into that stitch. So we're gonna mark this round as round 4, and what we made is the very first stitch of round 4. We're gonna mark it with a stitch marker. And then we're gonna continue making 1 single crochet into each stitch on the first leg. So we did 16 single crochet for the last row of each leg. So on this first leg, we're gonna get a total of 16 single crochet as well. And also bring these yarn tails over your hook so that they are buried under your stitches. So now I have finished making 16 single crochet on the first leg, and now we're gonna move on to the second leg. So in the second leg as well, we just make 1 single crochet into each stitch and you will get 16 single crochet again. We're gonna start from this point here, right here, and keep making 1 single crochet into each stitch. So now I have finished making 16 single crochet on the second leg as well, and in total we have finished making 32 single crochets. So we have finished round 4, and this is how it looks like at the front, and this is how it looks like at the back. For the round 5, we're gonna start from this point that we marked with a stitch marker. So to start the rounds, normally again, we're gonna move this stitch marker into the last stitch, because that's how we always did since the beginning. We place the stitch marker in the last stitch. For the round 5, we're gonna start from that stitch that we previously marked with a stitch marker, and you just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch. You are gonna get 32 single crochet for round 5. So now we have finished making round 5, and for the round 6 as well, just make 1 single crochet into each stitch. You're gonna get 32 single crochet again. This is how it looks like after round 6. And now we're gonna start round 7, which follows a sequence. So the sequence starts with 7 single crochet as in the pattern above. So make 7 single crochet first. After 7 single crochet in the next stitch, we're gonna make 1 increase. So we have finished repeating this sequence for 1 time, and we're gonna repeat it again. So start with 7 single crochet again. After 7 single crochet, make 1 increase again. So we have finished this sequence for 2 times and repeat it for 2 more times. So this is how it looks like after round 7. And starting from round 8 to round 12, it is very simple. You just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch. There will be 36 single crochet in each round. So make up to round 12 for a total of 5 rounds. This is how it looks like after round 12. Now we're gonna do round 13, and in this round we're gonna connect the hands. So get these little hands ready. For round 13, first you have to start with 8 single crochet. After 8 single crochet, bring one hand, and we will start connecting from the last stitch, which is the stitch with the yarn tail. Insert your hook into that last stitch, and then go to the body and insert your hook into the next stitch. So the hook is inserting both to the hand and the body, and after that make 1 single crochet by passing the yarn through both stitches. After that, go into the next stitch in the hand and the next stitch in the body, And don't forget to put that yarn tail from the hand over your hook so that it is buried under your stitches. And make one single crochet. We're gonna connect the 2 remaining stitches on the hand to the body in a similar manner. So now we have finished connecting the first hand to the body, and the hand should be quite aligned with the leg. So due to the different tensions in the yarn, if your hand are not quite aligned according to my pattern, please feel free to move the hand around the body so that it looks good for your project, because we're gonna get the same stitch count anyway at the end. So in my case, after the first hand, we're gonna make 12 single crochets before connecting the second hand. After 12 single crochet, we're gonna connect the second hand just like we did with the first hand. After connecting the second leg, just make 1 single crochet into each remaining stitch. There will be 8 single crochets. So this is how the body looks like after connecting the hands. Starting from round 14 to round 17, they are very simple. You just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch. There will be 36 single crochet in each round. So you have to make up to round 17 for a total of 4 rounds. Now we have finished up to round 17, and we're gonna start round 18. For the round 18, we're following a sequence which starts with 4 single crochets. After 4 single crochet, we're gonna make 1 decrease. To make an invisible decrease, insert your hook into the front loop of the next 2 stitches, and then make 1 single crochet through these 2 front loops. So that's 1 decrease, and after that we're gonna start this sequence again with 4 single crochets. After 4 single crochets, we're gonna make 1 decrease again. So this is a sequence we're following for this round, which starts with 4 single crochet and then 1 decrease. You have to repeat this sequence for a total of 6 times. So now I'm doing the last decrease by using the last 2 stitches. So now we have finished round 18, and this is how it looks like. Now we're gonna do round 19, which is also very similar. This time you have to start with 3 single crochets. And after 3 single crochet, make 1 decrease. And then we're gonna start this sequence again with 3 single crochets. After that, make 1 decrease. And repeat the sequence for a total of 6 times. This is how it looks like after round 19, and we're gonna start stuffing the body, starting from the hand, and stuff the body really nice and tight. Now we're gonna do round 20, which is also very similar. This time you have to start with do single crochet, and after that 1 decrease, and then repeat the sequence for a total of 6 times, just like in the previous rounds. After round 20, stuff the body again. At this point, you have to stuff after each following round. For round 21, you have to repeat the sequence of 1 single crochet, 1 decrease for a total of 6 times. Now we're doing the last round, and for this round, you have to make a total of 6 decreases. After round 21, cut the yarn leaving a long tail. Now we're gonna close this remaining hole, and before that, stuff the head a little bit again. With the darning needle, pass the remaining yarn into the front loop only of the first stitch from behind like so. And then go into the next stitch, insert into the front loop only from behind, and bring the yarn. Just like that, we're gonna pass the yarn into the front loop only of each stitch in the same way. When you are finished, pull the yarn tightly to close this round, and then insert the needle back into the center, and then into the body, passing through the fiber failings, and pull the yarn tightly. After that, insert the needle into a few other places into the body to secure the yarn, and then you can cut the yarn. Now we are finished making the body, and this is how it looks like. Now we're gonna embroider the eyes on round 15 of the body. First, we're gonna mark the place using the pins. For embroidering, I'm gonna use a black yarn and separate it into 3 strands. So we have finished embroidering the face details, and now we're gonna make the ears. You have to start with the magic ring. After making the magic ring, make 2 chains. Since I already made 1 chain, I'm gonna make 1 more. And after that, you have to make 1 half double crochet. After that, make 2 double crochets. And after 2 double crochets, make 1 half double crochet again. And then make 2 chains again. And make 1 slip stitch into the magic ring. After that, pull the yarn tightly to close the magic ring. And cut the yarn, leaving a long tail, and make another ear like this one. Now we're gonna sew the ears across round 18 to round 20 of the body, slightly tilting outwards. You have to sew the second ear in the same way, but this time starting from the bottom and up to the top. Now we're doing the scarf, and you have to start with a slip knot. After making a slip knot, make 4 chains. For the row 1, start from the second chain from the hook and make 1 single crochet. Make 1 single crochet each into the remaining chain. So this is row 1. To start row 2, chain 1, and then turn your piece like so, and make 1 single crochet into each stitch. To start another row, chain 1, turn your piece, and just make 1 single crochet into each stitch. Just like so, you have to make up to row 9. Now I finished up to row 9, and for the next row, we're crocheting the last row, row 9, and the bottom parts of the very first row together. So we're crocheting these two together to create a loop. So start from the very first stitch of row 9 again, and then go into where we started into that slip knot. And bring that yarn tail over your hook and make 1 single crochet. And then go into the next stitch on the row 9 and into the bottom part of the chain in our very first row and make another single crochet. After that, go into the last stitch and also into the last chain or the bottom part and make 1 single crochet again. So now we have joined the last row 9 and the very first row together to form a loop like so. And after that, we're just gonna continue crocheting as usual. Chain 1, turn your piece, and make 1 single crochet into each stitch that we just did. And also don't forget to bring that yarn tail over your hook so that it is buried under your stitches and you don't need to weave in the end. So now I'm gonna continue crocheting as usual. Chain 1 and 10 at the end of every row and just make 1 single crochet into each stitch. I'm gonna do until I get a total of 40 rows after our connecting row in row 10. So if you want shorter scarf, you can definitely decrease some rows, and if you want it longer, you can make some more rows. For me, 40 is just about right, so I'm gonna make until I have 40 rows. When you are finished, chain 1, cut the yarn, and weave in the ends. Now we're gonna wrap this scarf around the body and then pass one end through the loop that we just did. So by having this loop, it is secure and also very convenient to wear and remove. And this is how I added a tiny ribbon underneath the ear. So this is the end of our tutorial. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope this video was simple and easy enough for you to follow, and also for the beginner crocheters as well. They are looking very cute and delicious. They look like cookies in my eyes at least. And also please subscribe my YouTube channel if you want to see more videos like these in the future. Thank you so much, bye bye, and happy crocheting!